Hi Zach, just a couple of pointers from your lesson on Thursday. If we look at your driver setup, you can see it's not quite as good as it should be. Any check for a driver setup, you want to see the shaft cutting through the top of your belt. And then if you've got an iron in your hand, you need to have it cutting through the bottom of your belt. So you can see your hands are way too low here. You need to get your hands a little bit up. The other big thing that's wrong here is I can see your left arm here, which means it's way too low. Your left arm kind of needs to sit higher than your right arm. So if I'm standing behind you, I want to see the top of your left arm here, and your right arm needs to be a little bit lower to start off with. So your whole shoulder alignment is telling me that you might want to hit a slice, and I know you don't want to. So a better setup will definitely lead to a better swing, because I just think your balance is a little bit out. If I draw a line here on your head, and I draw one here on your bum. Okay, I'll do the same there. Okay, so what we need to, in the swing, to do is the weight needs to start middle front of your feet, and then when you swing back, it needs to move into the outside of your right heel. So there you can see Tiger's nicely in balance there. So his weight's moved here. I think your weight's kind of in your heels here also. So what you do on the backswing is you move forward. You see your head's definitely moved forward into that line there. So the weight over here isn't where it should be. I think there's a lot of weight in your left leg, and the weight's not on the outside of your right foot. So that's one leg exercise I gave you to swing back with the weight on your right foot and just resting your left foot next to your right foot is going to be a good drill for you, because you're going to get the feeling of the weight over here. We don't want to see such a big gap between your knees at the top of the backswing. It means that the weight's not in your right side, it's most probably in your left side. Okay, so I think the setup and your weight shift on the backswing is causing you to come over it over here. So we don't want that first move of your downswing. Alright, we want your arms to be swinging a little bit more this way. Okay, so you're swinging a little bit too far over it here. And you're quite clever, you adjust here nicely. But you can see you're a little bit way out of balance here when you're finished. But you haven't released your spine, so we need to get you finishing a little bit more here as well. But go and work on your posture, and go and work on your shoulder alignment, and that backswing should be a lot better. If we look at you from the front, setup looks a lot better from the front. Okay, it's just, and your swing actually looks a lot better from the front. If we stop you at the top, it doesn't look too bad. But we know now from the back that this leg's way too far forward. Okay, so the weight's not, I would say the weight's not where it should, definitely not where it should be, so it just leads to a bad downswing reaction. Okay, where this is way too bent. You need to get your spine freed on the downswing. Finish more like that. Okay, so go and work on that posture, work on the alignment, work on the weight shift, and I'm sure your downswing will start looking better too.